Honestly, there's nothing we are not going to be hearing concerning this sit-at-home order. IPOB said they have suspended it, but people are still saying that, oh, why should IPOB say that people should be sitting at home? And some people have taken it upon themselves to be enforcing it, and they said they know nothing about it. Even IPOB has said they are going to go after those who are enforcing this sit at home because they have suspended it. But people just choose to sit at home. Some people out of fear, because some people have hijacked it to make it look like it is IPOB. These people said forget about the sit-at-home order. But people are still, and the government is still saying that the IPOB said they should do this, they should do that. They don't want to hear another thing again. But what we are hearing now again is that villagers beat suspected IPOB supporters to death for enforcing sit-at-home in Imo. Residents of Oru Ahiaria in the Ahiazu Mbese local government area of Imo State beat to death a suspected supporter of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB Obiwanne Iwu on Monday. The villagers were reportedly infuriated because Iwu and the member of his gang were imposing on them a directive to close their shops and obey the sit-at-home order that had been suspended by IPOB. So who are these people now? Just like I said, Hussein Rabiu, the state commissioner of police, the Imo State Police Command, revealed this to journalists in Owerri, the state capital. Police will quickly want to grab this opportunity, but if it's something that is going to force them or ask, to get a detail of some of the things that maybe is affecting them, they will tell you that they are unable to be reached. Oh, what do they usually say? Oh, when they call their number, it did not ring. They will send message to them. They will not return the message or answer to the message being sent to them. But when it comes to IPOB like this, they will be available. They are always available. The police added that the angry villagers, on sighting the security operatives, they fled to an unknown destination. According to the police, on the 20th night 2021, at about 7:45 hours, while residents of Umuagbavo, Oru Ahiara in Ahize Mbeze local government area of Imo State came out of their houses for their daily business activities, shops were opened and people were going about their lawful businesses. One Obiwanne Iwu, male, age 34 years, a native Ahiara and Ahiazu Mbese local government area of Imo State, an escapee of the Imo Correctional Center, Owerri, and a member of the indigenous people of Biafra Eastern Security Network terror group, came to the market with members of his gang, looting, open shops and forcing people to lock up their shops. And he is telling us that they are Eastern Security Network. This is the only news that you always carry. This is the only thing that the police will want to put their body in. But ask them about bandits now, they will tell you that they cannot expose them, they cannot do this, they cannot do that, they cannot. Well, shouting at the top of their voices today is Monday and everybody must obey the sit-at-home order. This did not go down well with the people who resided in its entirety. In entirety. In the pandemonium that ensued, angry mobs in their numbers heard the leader of the gang, one Obiwanne Iwu, tied his hand behind while others fled the scene. In the process, he was mercilessly beaten to death before the police patrol team arrived at the scene. Efforts made by the police patrol team to arrest the perpetrators proved abortive as they all fled the scene. And citing the patrol team, however, the commissioner of police condemned the barbaric act and advised members of the public to always hand over suspects to the police for proper investigation and prosecution. Oh my God. IPOB has since cancelled sit-at-home, and what Biafrans have been doing is voluntary sit-at-home. Therefore, anyone seen enforcing a sit-at-home is a government agent seeking to paint IPOB in a bad light, and such a person should be dealt with by well many Biafrans. Kudos to the traders if this really happened. We have studied Zood, Gota Media like book. We are never shaken by brown envelope journalists. This is what the police said. Why would IPOB enforce a sit-at-home they have suspended? How much were these people paid? This thing that is happening in the south is beyond human power. who is to blame? Who is to be blamed now? DSS at work. Referendum is only way out of this whole thing. The people are IPOB and IPOB are the people. Nothing can stop Biafra. Not even as cheap as this type of a propaganda. Keep teaching them in the language they understand. There's no difference between them and Boko Haram. There's no difference between FFK and the Sahara reporters. How? Copy and paste from evil BBC media to blackmail great people of Biafra. First, IPOB had prevented students from writing exams. The next stage would be to go and kidnap them from schools. Then we would be convinced that Boko Haram mentally is in Igbo land. From Taufik Ajibade. Back to your region, Afonja, descendants, betrayal in nature. This should bother you. Be busy putting your attention in IPOB issue while the Fulani are about to send you out of your land. Same way they did to you in Kwara. Continue supporting evil. How can IPOB that announced suspension of sit at home now enforce it? Cheap blackmailing and propaganda. I don't understand. I don't understand this whole thing. Everybody, instead of them to be telling the law that what IPOB has suspended this whole thing, then who are the people behind this whole thing? People are not asking that kind of question. Then they are not asking. I just hope all this thing will just come to an end very, very soon. To imagine that Showore is the owner of a where? What has that got to do? Now BBC be this. My goodness. Before it is trader, now it's villagers. Later it returned to another thing. Mad people everywhere. It's a lie. It's not an IPOB member. This thing happened at Umo Kirika in Hayaze Mbasi, local government of Imo State. He's a known criminal and went and stole yesterday. They beat him to death. But police is telling us otherwise. So police is telling us otherwise. They are saying, oh, we don't want this kind of barbaric acts. People should not take justice into their hand. But they are able to give all this kind of details very well. But when it comes to bandits, their mouths will be sealed. Their mouth will be sealed. How can people who have suspended this sit-at-home order be enforcing it? They've even said they are going to go after those who are enforcing this whole thing. IPOB has a lot of work to do. Believe you me, they really have a lot of work to do. They have a lot of work to do because this is not looking too good. Well, I'm very sure if they saw Nnamdi Kanu, they will beat him to death because they are tired of him for violating law. Like, seriously? See Amajiro as they are crawling out to yarn as they hear IPOB, shame to not for their irrelevancy to society.